Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today, devlog number 9, and it's actually already the third take I'm trying to record this video. First time, there was some noise in the background, and the second time I used the wrong mic for recording my voice, and it sounded like I'm sitting in a bathroom or something like that, or in a narrow room. So hopefully everything works now, and what have I done so far during the last week? Well, first of all, I start right here with the animation, because this window is already open, because I was playing around a bit again. So I was creating some animation inside Unity. And I use for this the asset called UMotion Pro, and it allows me to create all animation on everything what I need to edit in case of animations inside Unity, and that's what I like about it. So I don't have to tackle the hurdles of these other programs like Maya or Blender in this case, and it does the job quite easily, or you can do the job quite easily, I think that's the right term. And let's see what I did so far. Well, what you have to know here is that I'm working here on this quest where you take the red dress from Triska to put it on the drone, so that the drone, when the drone flies around, so catches the attention of the Rhino here. So she has to take it off, of course, and in a cutscene I wanted to animate that so that it looks a bit more realistic here. So, and we play the animation. So she grabs now the left part of her red dress, and then here the right one, and then holds her upper chest, because she's a little bit shy in this moment, because she does this the first time. But actually, in this timeline she is a porn actress, and she moves here around a little bit. So actually in this case I used a Mixamo animation and edited. It is an idle animation, and I just edited in UMotion to fit to my needs. And as you can see, it looks quite good. And I probably have to do this with all animations that I'm using here. So let's play this animation here. And of course you see now this animation, but the dress is still on her body. And for that I was using PMX editor and created some blend shapes for this purpose, which I will show you as well. Let's see if I have opened it. Yep. And we have here, as you can remember, she started with her left shoulder. So the left shoulder goes down. We are here from the back view, because we can't see the front. We are not allowed to view the front view here on YouTube. So you have to get used to this view now. And then she undresses the right shoulder, and then the whole dress should fall down, on the ground. So it looks like this. And there's also a situation where she has to take off the panties as well. Panties I just recently added, actually. She had no panty at all. And it goes down here as well. But as you can see, this looks kind of stupid. So if it would slide down like this, so I had to make also an animation for this. And we can have a look here now how this looks like. Take off panties. And so the movement is now that she bows down to the front a little bit. And I used for this also another animation and just edited it to my needs. So you can see she goes forward, touches her hips, and then slides it down, and then yeah, touching her upper chest. Well, this window which you just here see, hold on, blah blah blah, and just appears here a couple times actually. It's pretty annoying, but I have to get along with it because it's an autosave feature. So yeah, saved a couple times my ass actually. So you see here she pushes the panties down. What I still want to do is that she moves a little bit her knees, you know, so that it looks a bit more natural, that the movement of the legs, yeah, let the panties slide down. So right now I just concentrated on the upper chest, that she touches her upper chest when she does this, because this goes to the adult scenes, so she gets herself ready here like this. So you can play this as well. And yeah, that's what I did in terms of animations and yeah, preparations for the next cutscene. And as you remember, probably if you have seen my last video, I was changing here some assets, or replaced here or removed some assets here of my project, because I hit the shader keyword limit, the global shader keyword limit, and so I removed here nature renderer and vegetation engine. And actually I wanted to keep the vegetation engine because you can use then some other custom shaders for prefabs, something like yeah, GPU instancer, and then you can get you still keep actually the wind motion here in the leaves. Yeah, but because of the shader keyword limit I couldn't use it anyway, so I had to drop it. And I was looking for a solution here which combines here something which of vegetation engine and GPU instancer, and so I ended up with Vegetation Studio Pro. And with the help of Vegetation Studio Pro, I'm using actually almost the same features like of these other assets. But it's a bit more complicated to place here grass here on the terrain, or the trees. Well, but in this case the trees are not placed via Vegetation Studio Pro. I placed them here actually manually. The grass has been created procedurally, I think is the right term for that. So actually when you set it up, the Vegetation Studio Pro, then the whole terrain gets painted with or gets painted actually with or rendered with grass. And so you use then these masks, which you can see here. We have then such a mask prefab in the demo of Vegetation Studio Pro, and you need to turn on the gizmos in the editor window to see that. And then you place this mask here, and then when you move here these circles here, of course you need to be I have to choose also pick the right mask. So in this case, then I click here on these. I don't know why it's not working now, but well, you just click here on this mask, then you click here on this ball, and then you drag it over the terrain, and then these areas are free then from grass, you know. I don't know why it's not working now, but usually it does. Something is wrong here, or I did something wrong just now because I don't use it that long. And yeah, then you can modify your terrain in the way you want it. But it's a bit complicated, especially if you want to achieve something like this here, where you have this lower grass in the middle and the higher or taller grass on the sides, because in this case you will have to paint it then on the terrain. But I still haven't figured out fully how to paint it with Vegetation Studio Pro. It's a bit complicated to set up, and yeah, I tried it. I painted here a few grasses, or yeah, a bit the grass here, and looks okay. But when you want to edit it and make it longer, and then it either all of the grass becomes long or nothing happens, you know. So I was using then this grass prefab something. Maybe I can find it here now. Awesome technologies. The grass patch generator, and what this does is it creates prefab or 3D mesh of your grass texture, and then you can place it here like a 3D mesh on your terrain. But you have to place it then manually one by one. You know, you drag it from your project window into your scene view, and then you place it here on the terrain. But this is very tedious, and so I used the advantage of the sale, and bought this Prefab Brush Plus asset, and yeah, by this I'm able to paint then these grass prefabs on the terrain. And I think, or I hope, that it also uses the advantages, if I make it in this approach, that it uses also the advantages of Vegetation Studio Pro. Otherwise I need to, yeah, if you know something more about it and you say it's not using then the, yeah, burst and job things, I don't know how to call it in English, these features of Unity, you know. But so far frame drops are not that massive. Especially, I expected actually that I have massive frame drops if I place so much grass here, but it's okay. But what I noticed is when I hit the play button and record this video, then yeah, the frame rate is suffering from that. Yeah, but yeah, let's see how this looks like. What I also can tell you about this grass is that it uses a touch bending system, so it reacts to the player character. That's something really cool, and I know this only from GrassFlow or when you use the URP render pipeline or universal render pipeline of Unity. And yeah, you can have this as well with Vegetation Studio Pro. It's a really cool feature, but as far as I know, it was also available in the Vegetation engine, but I have not figured it out. So yeah, but now I have it. It's cool. And now let's see how it looks like. But because of the touch bending, it's still a bit, yeah, needs a little bit tuning, especially when you have this taller grass. It bends not well, but the lower one or the smaller grass, the tiny grass, bends pretty well. Yeah, hitting the play button takes a while because the project, yeah, is gigantic already because of all these assets, but there are also many assets that I'm not using anymore, so I have to clean up a bit the project in this case. Yeah, the frame rate which we see here because of recording and yeah, playing, I lose about 20 frames inside the Unity editor. The profiler is turned off, so I was checking here some performance issues and tried to tune it a little, but yeah, I had no big luck in this case. Let's skip the intro and let's teleport us to the grass first. And as you can see here, the tall grass, the touch bending effect is here actually almost not noticeable. I wish that the grass would bend much in a different way in this case, but yeah, I have to either edit the script, I think, or I have to try another solution for this. But as you can see here, the lower grass here bends pretty well to the character. And I like that, it looks cool. And yeah, performance wise it's still okay, but yeah, you have to add here actually 20 frames more. Somehow I have this issue only because of these grass prefabs actually, because if I turn these off, then we should see here a performance increase. Well, no. This means that that there was another issue causing this yeah, this frame issues here. Well, let's see now the next part here of my devlog, and this is the new cutscene. Usually I created my cutscenes inside Adventure Creator. I was never very happy or getting comfortable with Unity's timeline because it feels too complex. I would, yeah, figure it out if I would spend more time, yeah, learning it, but I don't like the idea of spending too much into time in other things than just working on my game. So I was looking for an alternative in this case, and I found one that is called Cinematic Sequencer Slate. And with this, it's very easy actually to create cutscenes inside Unity. And if you follow my channel, then you know already that I recently uploaded a video of this cutscene, and you can watch it in the full length and with sound and everything. Just look it up on my channel page and you can see that. Well, I pick now up here this knife and I show you as well here the video, but I will comment it a little, and probably the sound you won't hear the sound, so that's why I was mentioning it. We have to cut here the roots, but probably the plants attack me now, and this triggers these they attacked me, so I have to restart that because I have to change here some variables, some booleans from true to false or something like that. I can't remember it right now exactly, but we will see it now. And then I'm able to cut these roots and to free that drone. Then we will see how the drone flies here. Yeah, the animation of the drone, I had to make this as well. I used for the flying animation, I used actually only Unity's animator, and worked quite well, but there was also a little issue which I figured out later, but I will tell you that in a couple minutes. But first let's get this here done. First of all, we need to set a global variable that will kill these plants to true, and that we tried already to sneak through the grass to pass this Rhino, and that it failed actually. And now we can pick up the knife. Skip that. So we take the knife now, cut a little bit on the roots, and yeah, the animation is still not very smooth or fluid. Still something which I need to work on, but yeah, I will do that in a later stage of my project or game. So the animation which you see here, the lifting, where you lift up, is done by, it's very simple in Unity's animator. Actually, you just drag the transform up and that's it, and record it. And I made also some movements up and down, so for the idle animation, and here's a particle system just here, so that looks like that some dust gets, yeah, lift up here. So let's talk to the drone. And because I set this here, Rhino Sneak Attempt to True, we see now Richtung Grasfeld zeigen, which means point to the grass fields. Because this drone, you can't talk with this drone, so it just reacts to your, yeah, motion. So he points now to the grass field, and this triggers then the cutscene. And let's see if I can play it with audio. And if you can hear that, what I noticed, there are a few issues. For example, you don't hear, when I'm inside the play mode, you don't hear the grunt of the Rhino. You don't hear the footsteps of Eden, and you don't hear so well the fly sounds of the drone, or the floating sound. Well, in this moment, yes, but the rest of the cutscene, you don't hear it. So this is still something that I need to work on here. So what he notices now is that the drone catches for a few seconds the attention of the Rhino, and in that moment he's then able to walk a little bit into the grass field, because the situation is as follows. Where when you go the first time here, let's trigger that now. When we need to set the trigger box first here, because it's right now not activated, because I was actually cheating here and cheated myself forward and skipped here actually the mutants here and this part, and I actually have to kill this one guy who gets transformed, into a mutant, and then it would turn this cutscene box, no, not cutscene box, this trigger box, it would activate the collider, which has been set to this trigger. So if I walk now here into the grass field, then the box should appear here. Somehow it shows here already the box when I'm going with my mouse over the area. That's apparently it's a bug. I will have to fix that later today. Now let's see, this cutscene has been also made then inside the sequencer, cinematic sequencer. Somehow box collider, trigger. I didn't activate it. I thought that I activated it, but it seems it switched. You see, it switched to wanting mutant is here, although I was already clicking here or choosing it. Okay, activated. Let's see. Does it get triggered? Yeah. There is no music or sound, but sound effect, where this box gets, yeah, actually teleported into this area. Then he says something in German, and yeah, these texts, these subtitles will get translated into English as soon as I start the closed beta or closed early alpha of my game. So we can't reach this box. So if we go close to it, then you can look it up, and you can pick up one stone here and throw it at the box, but nothing will happen. So you walk here around, and then you will encounter the Rhino. So let's walk here. So nothing happens actually right now. You stand in front of the Rhino, and yeah, it blocks your path. And then you try to get closer to it. But then something happens. There was a short second where it looked like Eden falls. Okay, I mute the audio and explain now something. There was a short second here where Eden was looking like he's falling. I have to fix that. There's a little hill or something like that. And when the box fell down, it uses physics. And because it uses physics, the box doesn't land always on the same place. And for this reason, I was using the teleport system of our teleport action list inside Adventure Creator to teleport it always at the same place. Apparently, the teleport happened too early, and so on the way down, it disappeared actually, and then appeared here on this grass field. Maybe we can see it here. No, we can't see it. So it means either the box is now fallen through, or well, let's check that. Let's check that where this box is now. Set geometry. Okay. Actually, it should be here. I don't know why I can't find it now. I thought actually that's under set geometry, but the box is where? On the props. Okay. Let's see where the box is now. Yeah. The box has been teleported to this plane here. Apparently I was using the wrong marker where it should be teleported, and yeah, so the box is here. This area is actually the waiting room for all these NPCs when they should disappear out of my terrain or map. So for example, when the Rhino gets killed, then he will get actually teleported down there. I don't remove them out of my scene because I had some issues here with the saving state, so I just keep them inside the game, and that was the best solution. So I have this kind of waiting room. Yeah, the box is down there. Then when we want to go there, because the box lies actually here in this part here, and when we walk now, want to pick up the box, then this Rhino gets triggered here. So he looks at me, and he says now he tries it not again, because I changed here this variable. The sneak attempt, I changed this to true. I set this to false, and I'm able to walk here again, and then the Rhino will get triggered. But the cutscene doesn't look so well, because it's not made in Unity's, I mean in cinematic sequencer, but with Adventure Creator, and yeah, it was one of my first cutscenes that I did, and yeah. When you look at the old stuff, then yeah, you notice that you can that you actually improve a lot during the whole process of creating this game, and then you could redo it. And I will, in this case, I have to redo it because it looks awful. And also the first encounter of the Rhino was also done inside Adventure Creator, and I probably will do it also again in Slate. So let's walk here, let's trigger the cutscene. He gets angry, goes one step forward, yells at me, and then I'm running here away from him, or from it, and try to hide here behind that rock. And this doesn't look so good. And yeah, that's what I have to redo. So right now I'm not able actually to walk back, because if I try now to walk back, then I will trigger this invisible cone of that one mutant, which he will kill me then. You can see that here. If I walk here now, then oh, okay, I found here a path where it's not getting triggered. Nice one. Okay, great. Then we can see here another thing. When, as you can see, or as you have seen in the last cutscene where we sent the drone here to the grass field, the Rhino, yeah, turned actually then around again and walked back to the grass field here and eats grass. So to get the full attention, we need the dress of Triska, and we place this dress on the drone, and this will look then like this. I actually just place this mesh here. I think how this? Ah, it's the Biomutant. Drone, where's the drone? Drone holder. Can't see. Here. Triska red dress. The game object is deactivated, so when I'm talking and have the dress inside my inventory, and then I can just pick the dress out of the inventory and use it on the drone, then it will get activated, and then it looks like this. So you can see here it uses also physics, and for these physics effects I use the Unity asset called MagicaCloth, not Cloth, and I prefer to use that over all other solutions because it offers me also physics for the mesh. So you don't need to create, you don't need to go into Blender or any other 3D software and yeah, do weight painting and placing bones into your mesh. So this is really cool. It's a feature which eats quite a lot of resources, but for this one dress it's fine. At least for now, and for myself it's okay. I will see in the pre-alpha tests if I can keep it like that, or if I have to add an option for low NPCs to turn this physics effect off and just make an animated version of that, something like that. Yeah, and when the drone moves, then the clothes should fly with it, and then triggers. In this case, it triggers the cutscene again, but actually, does it? No, because it was already played. The cutscene was already played, so it doesn't get triggered again. And now this option disappeared. Actually, this option shouldn't appear at all. So there's also a little bug here in the action list that I need to fix. So then I hit here nochmals zum Grasfeld schicken, which means I sent that drone again there, and you can see it flies in there with the clothes, or with the dress. And then it should trigger here. There's then a drone trigger where it where the Rhino will get then moved away from this place, and that's something which I still need to decide if the drone kills that Rhino or both disappear suddenly, and we don't know what actually happened. So the drone flies here, turns around, goes back now. Yeah, and then we are able to walk here through and encounter the next NPC and the portal, which allows us to leave this jungle scene, and that I can finally make a new map or terrain or level. So I think that's all what I have to say about this. What else? Okay. I added, I had this asset already quite a while here in my project. It's called Final IK, and I'm using right now the grounder so that the feet align with the terrain, so that it looks more natural, especially when I later use motion matching. Then it looks more realistically. Well, here are no... Oh, well, we can try it here. So you can see the legs go down like this. And the feet, you know, they align with the ground. That's what I added, and I think that's actually all I have to say. Right now I will work a little bit on the performance. I want to get, at least when I'm recording the video, 5 FPS more. So I will find a solution for that. Because otherwise it stutters, and yeah, probably it doesn't look so good when you watch the devlog. Yeah, I think that's it now. Or have I forgotten something to mention? No, I think that's all. Yeah, Devlog 9 is over, and I will continue working now here on these parts and fix this bug and the other one where the text appeared, and then yeah, we will see how far I can make it today. Yeah, thank you for watching this devlog, and yeah, I finally reached actually 18 subscribers. I think it's 18. Let's see. Yeah, 18 subscribers. I really can't remember the count. Yeah, that's cool. Thank you very much. And it seems YouTube has stopped shadow banning me, because recently I was seeing my video inside the search results. Cool. I hope it stays like that, and that the channel can grow now a little bit faster. Then thanks for watching, and see you next time.